How's everyone? This is Ostrich Bros Incorporated, and today we're going to be going over Project 3, which is going to be for our NASA Mars lander. And this is going to be our final report on everything that we've done to kind of review everything that we've done over in class and with our construction for our rover. And each member of this team is Hudson Brown, Timothy Johnson, Jonathan Schuler, and Devon Washington. And just kind of a little overview for this presentation is I'm going to give some introductions, some backgrounds, requirements, and my teammates were going to go over the final design, the manufacturing activity, and then test results in conclusion. So to start with, here's us, Hudson, Timothy, myself, and Devon. Hudson's the construction manager. Timothy is the verification and test manager. Me, Jonathan, is the project manager, and Devon is also construction manager. So this background for this project is our RFP, our request for proposals. And with this, our company has been selected to build a rover for NASA to land on Mars. And overall, this is just everything provided by NASA itself to show what we need to do as future requirements. And of course, we got to meet the bid day to get the projects. We got to demonstrate our vehicle, which we will show later in this presentation. We will show you the list of materials that we have. We'll kind of explain our pilots. Their name is Tina and Ike. And we're going to explain how many times we performed these trials. And we're going to have this little report for y'all. So kind of this first phase, the customer requirements document. The Mars lander shall deliver astronauts to the surface of Mars. The Mars lander performance they shall be demonstrated during the video recorded test on launch day, and the Mars lander shall carry two pilots, which are the Tina and Ike. And the Mars lander shall be reusable. So some contract requirements that not only that we were asked to do as well as questions we have provided was, of course, the Mars lander shall deliver astronauts to the surface of Mars. The Mars lander demonstration vehicle shall survive an impact of a 12-foot drop. The Mars lander demonstration vehicle shall protect two eggs, which is Tina and Ike, from damage weighing up to 59 grams each. The material that we will have will be able to surround our pilots for extra protection from impact. And we're going to use a special material, which is string, to attach our cockpit to our parachutes for our rover. The height at which the rover will be dropped will be 12 feet again. And overall, for the size of the rover, there's no size limit. The rover can be as big or small as we want it to be. And if we have extra materials, that's okay. The individuals piloting the spacecraft, Tina and Ike, they can't be altered in any way, shape, or form. They have to be how they are, which are two eggs. And these individuals are regular humans. So for our final design, here's a drawing. The overall length of our rover was 30 centimeters, or 18 inches. The height was 67, or 28 inches. And then the width was 17 centimeters. And this is the parameters for our craft and the overall size for this craft.
So now, sorry, my bad. I take over. So for the manufacturing activities, just like profit, what we were expecting for cost-wise. So as you can see, copy paper, we purchased for copy paper, square foot sheet of bubble wrap. We purchased 3 of those, 4 plastic bags, 10 cotton balls, 8 sets of 10 cotton balls turning into 80, and our special salvage material, which was the string. We were provided tape, scissors, and cutters for free. All of the materials, most of the materials we used were originally purchased what we used. We didn't use any extra, we didn't buy any extra. We used that same as we had planned for. However, some design changes were required to be made. For example, the bubble wrap, instead of being
instead of tying each parachute together in the middle, we ended up changing and tied each parachute to its respective sides, each on its own. The bubble wrap was planned to be on the outside on the bottom, but we ended up just putting it on the inside just so it would be more secure. And the only challenge that arose was the amount of string. We didn't have as much as we thought it would be, so we had to kind of change the way the parachute was going to be attached to the rover, and from being connected, they were just on their own sides. These are the front, side, and top view. The first one on the left is the front. It shows the rover on the bottom and then each parachute attached on the left and right. And then the side shows the left parachute attached on the left side, and you can kind of see the box in there. And then the top just shows down on the two parachutes and then into the inside of the rover where you can see the paper box.
So for this form shows our DD-250, and a little bit of background about our DD-250 is basically it documents the inspection, acceptance, receipt, and the delivery of the services or products. So this shows the lander vehicle test plan and the results. So these test results show here in detail specific measurements of the lander, as well as the results for each trial. These measurements for the lander stay universal as no damage was done to the craft itself. The test results show that the pilots were loaded into the lander in 26 seconds for the test. Both pilots came out unharmed with an unloading time of 6 seconds. However, even though the second trial was a quicker load time of 16 seconds, the result of the trial ended in the pilot's death. And these are the test results, which we're going to go ahead and show you. So this one documents the first landing, or the first landing. As you can see here, this demonstrates the load time of the aircraft and loading. As you can see, we were one of the first people to finish, and halfway through the and watch it closely as they go over the line with the string that's attractive. And then he slowly drops forward, and it makes a stick landing. And this is where the recovery team comes in to check and load to make sure there's no damage, no injuries, or no death to the pilot. And this is the unloading of the pilot. And as you can see quickly, Tina and Ike Turner are safe inside. And here comes the second video. So as you can see, it's the same setup. The pilot, they're now loading the pilot into the aircraft for the second trial. There for the descent and the drop. The aircraft successfully landed, but unfortunately, one of the pilots rode out and unfortunately died. He showed the pilot rolling out of the aircraft.
Jonathan constructed 2 parachutes that would attach to the third bag. Hudson worked on the third bag, but he put the layers of bubble wrap and cotton balls inside of that bag. And he tied the 2 parachutes to the third bag. Overall, the results for the first run went well. Both Tina and Ike were safe, and there was no damage to them. The second one was a bit different. Our hatch came loose during the fall and impact, and sadly, Tina was ejected from the craft when the rover made contact on the surface of Mars. But we believe that Tina was the first ever human to take steps on Mars. But sadly, when we recovered her body, she died from the lack of oxygen. So overall, she had no physical damage, but she died from suffocation. When we slightly altered our design, it was for a good reason. As a team, we all realized, like mentioned earlier in this presentation, we wouldn't have enough string. We had tied each end of the bag to the third bag. So we decided to tie each bag to one handle of the third bag for the cockpit. And because of that, it was also easy to just put everything in and construct it all together. So we're going to have a link posted to learn more about this video, so you can give a click on it. But overall, that was our project. And is there any other comments that y'all want to make?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty, leave a like down below, subscribe.